Well, you made it to your final example of how to solve a system of equations using substitution. Now I'll say it again, the best way to learn this method is by following along with your own notes and stopping the video when I'm going too fast, or stopping it so you can work out the problem on your own and see if you're doing it right and if you're following along. So I recommend that you do that as we work on this problem. So here are the steps for solving using substitution. These steps are going to be here for you to look at, but I'm going to try to do them just from memory, and that's what I hope that you guys will be able to do eventually and with enough practice. So here's the system, and I notice that my equations tell me that y is equal to 9x minus 29, and y is also equal to negative x minus 9. Now these look kind of interesting, but this is actually going to work out really well. So it's saying that y is the same thing as 9x minus 29, and y is also the same as negative x minus 9. So what we're saying here is actually that 9x minus 29 is the same as negative x minus 9. So just think of it as substituting in 9x minus 29 in for this y down here. So now I have this equation, and it just has one variable in it, x. And when I see an equation with just one variable, I'm way happy because I know how to solve these. So I'm going to solve this equation now for x. And it looks like my first strategy is to get all the x's together. I have 9 x's over here, and I have a negative x over here. So let's make sure this negative x is on this side. So it's on the wrong side right now, so to move it, we'll combine it with the 0 pair, which is a positive x. So add x to this side and do it to both sides to keep it all balanced. 9x plus x, so that makes 10 x's. Then everything else is the same on this side. Then we have a negative x plus x is 0, minus 9, or negative 9. Okay, now I have all my x's on the left. That means all my constants, or all just my numbers, need to be on the right. So this negative 29 is on the wrong side. So to move it, I'm going to combine it with its 0 pair, which is a positive 29. So I'll add 29 on the left and add 29 on the right to keep everything balanced. And when I do that, I have 10x, and negative 29 plus 29 is 0. And then negative 9 plus 29 is 20. Okay, last step is to divide both sides by 10, because 10 divided by 10 will leave me with 1x over here. And then 20 divided by 10 is 2. So solve that whole equation, and I find that x is equal to 2. Okay, let's group all this together and put it out of the way a little bit. So I have half of a solution now. I know what x equals, but looking at my equations, I can see that there are two variables, x and y. So I have half of a solution. I know what x is equal to. I just need to figure out what y is equal to now. So in order to figure out what y is equal to, I need to plug in this 2 back in for x in either one of the equations. And I'm just going to choose whichever equation looks easier. And let's go ahead and choose the bottom one. So we'll rewrite the bottom equation, y equals negative x minus 9, and we're going to plug in a 2 for x. Now remember, anytime you substitute something in, you want to substitute it in parentheses. So we have a negative x, so x is 2 minus 9. Okay, simplify this. So a negative 1 times 2, or a negative times 2 is just negative 2. Not too difficult there. Then negative 2 minus 9 is negative 11. So now we substituted x in is 2, and we solved and we figured out that y is equal to negative 11. Okay, so this would be a correct answer. The more common way that you would see this answer written would be as a coordinate point. So 2, negative 11. Remember, the first number is the x value and the second number is the y value. So that takes care of steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. The last step is to check your answer. And you check your answer by plugging in a 2 for x and a negative 11 for y in both equations and make sure that they work out to be true. So that's a step that I'm going to leave up to you, which you should do on your assignment so you can make sure that you're getting your right answers on your first attempt. But that's something that I'll leave up to you so you don't have to keep watching this long video. Okay, good luck moving on to your assignment and let me know if you need anything.